Hi there guys, here I am for another video on the Hammer Reviews TV, and for your information, for FYI, I'm not trying to there's nothing wrong with shameless promotion, so I would like to inform you to subscribe to me at Branley1895. I'm not looking for, hey, this guy is the biggest motherfucker on YouTube. I'm not looking to become this big guy on YouTube. I'm just looking to share debates with you. So just subscribe to that channel because I need more subscribers for it. And I would like to do a review for a film, and if I don't really seem like I'm into it, I just haven't really had a good day, so yeah. So I'm sorry about that. And this is a non-horror movie related review, and this is a Fast and Furious 6, which is a 2013 PG-13 130-minute action crime thriller from Justin Lin. Okay, Justin Lin, for your information, is a director who produced, a producer, and a director, and he directed some films. He directed Fast Furious Tokyo Drift, the fourth one, the sixth one, actually the only ones that he didn't direct are parts 1 and 2 of the Fast and Furious films. So there you go. And I'm not a big fan of brain dead action films. I'm not a big fan of modern day action films. But Fast and Furious 6, when I was a little kid, I owned the DVDs of the Fast and Furious movies, the first two, and I have seen Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, and I've seen all of them. And to me, I view these people as, I view myself as growing up with the Fast and Furious movies. Fast and Furious movies, I view these as like a fictional family, and this film really had a really huge message about how important family is. And I say that's a really deep and a really good move for a Fast and Furious movie. I say that this is one of the best Fast and Furious movies I have ever seen, and I think that this was the first Fast and Furious movie I have seen in theaters. And all I have to say is that I really wanted to check this out because I view the Fast and Furious movies as childhood classics, and I really enjoyed this film. I thought that it had a really good, really interesting fight scenes. Sure, kind of. I really wasn't a big fan of how they killed off Michelle Rodriguez's character in Fast and Furious 4 and then bring her back because she didn't really die in Fast and Furious 4. I wasn't really a big fan of that plot thread, but ultimately this film had a really good action scenes. Had a lot going for it. A lot of great action scenes, a really likable characters. It may not be the most original film out there to date. But if you are, I'm not going to claim myself to be a Fast and Furious fan, but I gotta admit that this is a really good movie, and I enjoyed all the Fast and Furious movies. Dominic Toretto Vin Diesel done a great job in this film. You have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in this film, and when you look at him in this movie, you're really fucking jealous. yeah, you're really fucking jealous of this guy. Look at his fucking biceps in this movie. You look at Dwayne The Rock Johnson's biceps in this movie. You know that, wow, that's, you want to fucking have those on you. But the thing is that he kind of really, well, it looks like he kind of really put it against his body like that. It looks like all I had to do is like have his arms out here, or else it would hurt. I don't know, and there's really a huge amount of fun scenes where Dwayne The Rock Johnson and the black guy are talking about stealing these cars, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson said not to, and then they have this really primpy British guy saying, well, you're prostrate, blah blah blah, and not really thinking about the big picture. And then he realizes that stop.
I need to put some away.
Just fucking put away. Sorry about that. It's just her being rude. Maybe she should have just slid over the door, I don't know. But anyways, I'm sorry about that little thing. Yeah, and then near the end of the film, I mean, a scene later, he's saying, oh, I want your shirt, and he said, yeah, just some really good dialogue scenes, and I really am a big fan of how they made this film. The transitions, the action scenes, a lot of good character development, really good depth to these characters. And I really am a big fan of how they had clips from Fast Furious 1, 2, and 4. They would have skipped over 3. I don't understand why they skipped over 3, but whatever. But near the beginning, and you have great car scenes, and then near the end, you get Jason Statham, which I'm not really a big fan of Jason Statham, but it's kind of cool to get Jason Statham walking out because you got this Asian character that was likable, and then he's like, you should have talked to me or something like that, and then the Asian guy dies, and then I like that. All I have to say is that Fast and Furious 6 is a really good, entertaining movie, and it sucks that this is going to be the last Justin Lin Fast and Furious movie. The next Fast and Furious movie is going to be directed by James Wan, who is, to be honest, a really overrated horror director. I love the horror genre, but when he's in the horror field like Saw, I really fucking hate. I didn't like any of those Saw movies. Dead Silence was horrible. I didn't really like that one. I respect the Saw movies, but because what they've done for the horror genre, I'm just saying I didn't really care for them much. Death Sins was good. Insidious was horrible. He has this new film called The Conjuring coming out, and now he has Insidious Part 2. Then he has Fast and Furious 7 coming out, which doesn't really give me a good impression of him. And all I have to say is that I am just have skeptical things about the Fast and Furious 7. I really wish for this series just to end at Fast and Furious 7, because Fast and Furious 6 set up Fast and Furious 7, and then just quit it, because seriously, if we're gonna get Fast and Furious 7, I meant Fast and Furious 8, I think that's gonna be a little bit ridiculous. And Fast and Furious 3, from my memory, just gave me bad feelings, like, oh my god, this Fast and Furious franchise is gonna go the same route that the American Pie movies went through, where they had some good films, and then a whole bunch of shitty films that have nothing to really do except for with a few characters and blah blah blah. I'd say check out Fast and Furious 6. It's a good movie. Bye.